Hello, hello. Welcome to this stream. Let me see. Hej Johanna, välkommen. Hur mår du idag? Hello Lassie. How are you today? Welcome. So I am doing the second. Hello Leslie, are you up? Welcome. So this is the Daily Roni Designer Squash. Thank you again for learning me saying gouache. I was thinking of doing... Oh, I'm happy to hear it that you are well. And let me see, you have a small cold, Johanna. Yeah, it seems like, at least in Sweden, there are a lot of people having colds right now. The schools have just started and it seems like a lot of people have got different kind of colds. Luckily, so far not so many COVID, but other colds, I had it too for weeks. As always, when I get sick, it takes so long time to get healthy again. I feel much better now, but not 100% well. So I will stream as long as I have energy. I think it will be longer than last time, I hope. So I hope you soon will get well, Johanna. So we are doing this jellyfish page. It's a double spread in Color Morphia, Kerby Rosane's book with different pictures from different of his books. I don't have the other books where this picture comes from, so I don't know from which book this is. Maybe it says here. They have pictures in the beginning that other people in the community have done. Let me see. No, it doesn't say which book it is from, but it's a gorgeous page. Blue and pink, jellyfish and greens and blues and reds and purple small things. So earlier I did this yellow jellyfish, I can't even say it. And I started to do turquoise things here. Hello Barbara and welcome. And Cassandra, hello. Yeah, thank you, Hannah. Yeah, I am not so sick. I mean, I can be in the forest and pick mushrooms if I'm not walk too fast. But I also think I've started to work full time. It takes a lot of energy, so I can be extra tired during the weekends because of that too. Hello, Melody, welcome. Yeah, I am feeling better. I was just talking about that. I have some problems with my eyes. It feels like I almost have headache. I don't have headache, but this, as my boss said, maybe it's an issue with my age. Maybe I need to check my eyes. But it will be okay. So I hope you all are well. And my plan was to finish this page and then do the other one. But I realized I couldn't. And the reason is that I don't know how I want to do this part. Because this part will go into the next page. So I'm not sure if I just want to keep doing it turquoise or if I want to shift color, change color. And I realized the only way to know that is to do the other page. So if I do this and start to do this, it might feel more obvious what colors to do in the bits that are going into each other pages. So I will start another jellyfish today. And I realized I totally did the wrong way last time when I did the other one. I first cover the lines with white gouache, let it dry and then color over, and then after that I did the background, the blue. But I totally forgot about that. Hello, Josephine and Leah, welcome. And Gemma, are you here? It's from Imagimorphia. Thank you, Lassie. So this page, if you don't have the color Morphia, which I have, it's also in Imagimorphia. Thank you. You're new here, Josephine. Welcome, välkommen. So it's perfectly fine if you're new here to just stay in the background and not chat. You can also chat if you want to. Just remember to put on the live chat, so you're not in top chat on YouTube, because then you can miss some texts, some messages. And if I miss anything, write in caps if you want to talk directly to me or ask me anything, and I will try to see that. And if I miss it, you can write it again. And so welcome if you are just lurking in the background or if you are chatting. Everyone is welcome. Or if you're watching this back later. Anyway, I forgot how I did the last one, so I started to do the background because I thought that if I do the background on both pages, it will also start to feel like the same page and as it's belong together, and it will be easier to see how it will look as a double spread. I mean, you don't have to do all double spreads so they are connected to each other, but I mean, these are definitely going into each other, so it would feel strange not to keep them together. And I also had to buy another pen, another pit pen, because my first one, it was cobalt blue. It started to the ink started to run out, so I bought another one. And I had not color on this since last stream, but I did the background today as much as I had time for, because I thought it would be kind of boring for you to look at that. But then I realized now that of course I should have done the covering the lines before that. But as I didn't do that, I will do it now. Okay, it's too opaque. I still want to see where the lines are underneath. And I will do this on this jellyfish as I did it on the other one, so they will not look too different. So my plan is not to totally make the lines disappear, but be less visible. Oh, sorry, Melody. I am using this Daler-Rowney Designer's Gouache, permanent white. It's actually kind of old and hard, so I needed to use water together with it because it had become a bit dry and thick. So my plan was also to do this before the stream, as I did this on the other one, but I didn't have the time. We went to the forest. I was going to show my husband and my son the new mushroom place I had found in the forest yesterday. But as always, when I'm going to show them, I can't find it again. So we just went for a short walk in the forest, and that was good too. But I couldn't find the mushroom place. Maybe because I picked all the mushrooms yesterday, of course. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe I was more careful last time with the last jellyfish and didn't cover so much of this. Maybe this will make it difficult to color on top with pencils. We'll see. I think the last jellyfish was the first time I tried this white gouache thing. So it's nothing I have used a lot. I'm never sure what to do with my YouTube channels, especially during the times I'm working, as it takes so much time and energy to work. But I always end up thinking that it might be better to do streams and videos when I can than just erase or stop doing the channel completely. And sometimes I get questions to join different kind of colorathons. And if I can, I always like to join them, as I really, really like the idea of colorathon and big events in the community. So I know there are a lot of channels that are more consistent and have content coming out more often. And I wish I could. I wish I could too. But still, I'm happy I have a nice work, daytime work, so I shouldn't complain. Last time when I used this gouache for the other jellyfish, it made the surface more textured. But on another page, I used white gouache it had the opposite effect, that it made it almost completely impossible to use colored pencils on top. So that's strange, I thought. I'm not sure how far down I will be able to do on this stream. Hello, Catherine. Yeah, no, Melody. I am picking the mushrooms, the fairies' homes. I hope they don't like the same mushrooms that I like to eat. I hope they like the mushrooms that are not eatable. Because if you are following me on Instagram, you might have seen that I had a color along about coloring fairy houses during July and August. And I realized how much I love to color fairy homes. I think I did 8 fairy houses during July and August. But during this month, I hope I will be able to finish some whips. Okay, my plan now is to let this dry, and after that, my plan is to do a similar jellyfish to this, but more orange, less yellow and more orange. I'll see if I can manage to do that. While I'm waiting for it to dry, I might color a little bit more with a Pit Artist pen, Faber-Castell Cobalt Blue 143. These are artist grade pens. They are having a firm and very pointy tip. It's a brush tip, but it's kind of firm. So it's more perfect for smaller areas, like I use it a lot for mandalas, and I mean like now, oh sorry, yeah, you can see when I'm coloring around small details, it's perfect. It's not as perfect for the bigger areas. So I know they have some of the colors they have in a bigger version called Big Pit Pen. I couldn't find this cobalt blue, at least not easy for me to buy. So instead I bought an extra of this small pen, as it was they sold it here where I live, so it was much easier to access. But it takes some time to fill all of the big area, and actually if I had realized what I was doing, I think I would have done a watercolor background instead, because it's so much space. I would have used a pen around the small details, and then I would have used watercolors for the bigger area. But it's easy to realize how you should have done after you have done something else that from start felt like a good idea. So my plan, as the pens are, they are like, how do you say, it's ink, and they are water-based. It's India ink in them, and when it dries, you might be able to use water on top of it a little bit, but it gets kind of, it sticks where it is when it's dried. So, and it's a bit, quite a lot of patchy, is that a word? So I will use pencils on top of this later. I think I can use also soft pastels or oil pastels, or of course acrylic paint if I want to. Maybe watercolors too. Of course, I could use whatever on top to. This is like a base layer. And I did a mistake here, I'm gonna show you. It was really ugly here, so I did another layer of the pit pen, but immediately it became so much darker. So now it's super dark there and not on the other places. So I'm not sure if I should do another layer on top of everything, which is a lot of space, or if I should, if I can hope that the pencils on top will hide this dark blue blob. Now I will see what's happened when I go over the gouache. It worked quite well. And the reason why I cover the lines on top of the jellyfish is because I want it to look glowy and a bit, I was going to say see-through, but it will not look see-through, because if something is see-through, the thing you will see through is the background, and I will not have blue. I will make it orange. You did a pencil background in Kerby. Was it on a double spread too, Lossie? Yeah, that is a lot of lot of pencil. a double spread in Kerby with pencils. It must have taken ages. So at least this is quicker. Even if I'm going on top with pencils, when you already have the color in, it takes much less time to cover with pencils compared to if you start with pencils from scratch. And also I used one layer of pencil. It was Faber-Castell Classic dark blue one before I use the pen. That's also because if you have something underneath, it will become a little bit more dark blue, and it's easier to make it glide over the paper compared to if it's just the paper. Then you have the tooth there that will make the tip be a bit destroyed after some time. It feels like this makes it a little bit easier for the pen to move around easily on the paper, and also I think it will use less ink compared to if you are using them directly on the paper, because then the paper will kind of swallow the ink into its tooth into the paper. But now you have something else between. It will more be on the surface. That is what I'm guessing. I'm not really sure if that's correct, but it's how it feels at least. Okay, now I think it's dried enough. Hello, Shannon, and welcome. Yeah, I know, Melody. I actually do some pencil backgrounds still. I'm actually doing a pencil background right now in Johanna Basford's, I think it's Secret Garden, and it's also a double spread, so I still do pencil backgrounds sometimes. I actually have done quite a lot of pencil backgrounds lately, so I shouldn't say anything. But it is time consuming. Sometimes it's really relaxing. I have realized that watching documentaries on television or some kind of entertainment program, that when you don't have to, or the news, something you don't have actually to watch all the time, works very well for me when I'm coloring and backgrounds, or my son is reading books for me. That is also very cozy. Okay, let me see. This is no orange at all. No orange. Where are all the orange? Okay, now it starts to feel like normal. Me searching for pencils. Okay. Let me see. This is one orange. I used Castle Art Soft Series on the other one, and that is the pencils I have closest to me now, so I will start with them and see if I can find the right colors. I have still not swatched them. I know I do swatches, and it's really, really good to have swatches, especially when you have more than 36 colors in a set. But I know some people really, really enjoy doing these swatches. I don't. And of course you can always have a paper next to you. I will pick up one. So you can do a quick swatch before starting to use them. Okay, let me see. I will use this. It's Orange Deep. I might use this Burnt Ochre. Cadmium Orange, probably, yes. Orange Lake. Oh, I should have done them and written what it was. That would have been so much smarter. Brilliant Yellow. Hmm, maybe on top of some orange it will work as a blender. Otherwise, I think it's too yellow. It looks too much like the other one, but we'll see. I will have it close by. Hello, Marie, and welcome. I am swatching. No, I don't think I will use that one. And this is a more, the name is Cadmium Orange Light, but it's more of a flesh tone. Maybe, not sure. And this is Cadmium Yellow Deep, which is something in between orange and yellow. Might use that. Okay. I will see if there were something more in the set. Naples Yellow. Don't think so. Not sure, but I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Now I have to find them again. I should, as I said, have written what it was. I will start with this one, Brilliant Yellow. But it's something in between yellow and orange. Let's see. Maybe this will end up looking exactly like the other one. I hope it will look a little bit different. I think I actually will use this one on top of the whole jellyfish as a start. On this paper, the gouache really works. It makes it, I have no problem of coloring on top of it. I don't know why it didn't work very well in Sagor and Sagner. It became much more slippery, the surface there. I will just add a little bit down on the tentacles, not all the way down. It's so small, the desk, and I can't even move. Then something rolls away. I think I have to take out these beautiful things I received last year. Put the pencils on top of them so that they don't roll around so easily. Do you have any, have the thing about the post issues been better? Is it better now? I mean, for a long time the COVID situation made it difficult and impossible to send post to some countries. I wonder if that has changed, because I was going to have some giveaway, but I have not been able to have it. I bought an extra copy of Hanna Karlsson's Midnight Masquerade, but now it's, I mean, it was the Swedish one and now it's already out in English, so maybe maybe it's not, would not be a popular giveaway. Post in Australia is ridiculous, not even moving. Ah, that's there. That's not nice. We are so used to having a, at least in our country, not a post that works super well. It has been a lot of complaints earlier too, but now it has been worse. You have no post interruption at all? That's fantastic melody. Okay, now I will go darker. Let me see. Okay, Lossie, maybe you're right that it's still slow in most places. So maybe downloads are better, at least for people that have a printer, a working printer. Okay, let's see. This is the cadmium orange deep. And now, as always, I will start to experiment because I don't know exactly how I will do this. I just know I want it to be more orange than the other one. I want them to be a little bit different. And also, I don't know, I had the idea that this jellyfish is more further away from the surface. So my plan was to make it darker. We'll see. So far they look very similar, the two jellyfishes. But you can't say how the result will be after this little coloring. First layer says not very much about the end result. Hello, Andrea, welcome. How are you today? This might look as I'm doing the same thing I did earlier, which is kind of truth, but this is the second jellyfish on this double spread in Colormorphia, Kerby Rosane's Colormorphia, or in Imagimorphia. Was that right, Lossie? Imagimorphia, that is where the picture first appeared, and then he did this Colormorphia with pictures from several of his books. So it's in 2 different books. But I don't have the other one, I just have this. Thank you, Lossie. It was Imagimorphia. Yeah, I cover the lines, Andrea, in the beginning of this stream with Daler Raunis Designer's Gouache, permanent white. And I used some water because it's an old one, so it's a bit dried. thicker than when I first bought it. And then I let it dry, and so they are. I didn't want to completely cover them. I still want to see where they are, but I wanted to tone them down. And on this paper, it works really well. I have used it mostly on the whole jellyfish. So if you see, I don't know if you can see, I can feel the difference when I'm coloring where it is and where it's not. It's actually giving it more tooth on this paper. So it's almost easier to add the colored pencil on top where it is. Like here, I don't know if you can see, but here you have quite a dark orange spot, and here not. It's lighter, and here it has gouache and not here. But when I did the same thing on a whole background in Sager and Sagner, it turned out completely different. Then it was almost impossible to add pencils on top of the gouache. So then I had to use acrylic paint instead. So why it's like that, I have no idea. But on this paper it worked really well. I'm not sure if it is the paper or if it depends on which pencils I'm used. If I used different, because I can't remember what pencils I used on that coloring. But on this I'm using the Castle Art Soft Series. Okay, I'm going to zoom out now so we can see the difference between the two jellyfishes so far. Even if I just have started this one, let's see. Here is this one. You can see so far they are not so different. This is lighter here, up here. And I hope I can make this even more orange. But so far they look quite similar. Yeah, exactly, Andrea. This is the second jellyfish because I started this one. So I can totally understand that you thought it was the same, as it looks almost the same. But then I did this, started to do this flower thing down here. But when I came to the middle of it, I realized I didn't know how to proceed. I didn't know how I wanted to look. So then I realized I had to do this page first so I can kind of see them come together more visually in my mind before I keep doing it. So I probably would do this and start to color these the same, maybe not the same colors, I don't know. And then I have to see. Yeah, for me it's a good technique. I have to do it like that. I can't imagine it in my head in advance. That's why I stopped coloring there and decided to start on the other page and let them meet in the middle. It's still this cadmium orange deep. Let's hope I can add more layers on top. Okay, now I will switch to burnt ochre. Okay. Hello, geriatric teenager. It's perfectly fine to lurk. So what are everyone doing this Saturday? I guess for someone it's already evening or almost night, and for someone it's just morning, and here it's afternoon. As I said in the beginning, I have been in the forest. I have prepared this page, the background. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I'm usually do too when the few time I have an opportunity to join streams, just lurk and coloring. And you are diamond painting, Andrea. I'm so happy for everyone that have found the diamond painting. It looks so relaxing. And you trying to declutter the house, Lossie. Well, that was what I was thinking when I woke up today, that I would really need to do soon. But not today. I try to fill in the lines again, but a little less, not so precise. Just darkening these places where Kerby have done lines. And I'm filling in, he has some dots. I think I'll do them even darker, but I will take it step by step. The pencils are quite waxy. I don't think you can see it maybe, but there are a lot of waxy things coming up. So I think if I need to go over with a paper or my finger or something to take it away. Better so. I'm not sure if this idea of making the jellyfishes very glowy and shiny was a good idea. If it will make everything else look dull and strange, but we'll see. Okay, here we have some of these. Let's see. Oops. I'm gonna see if I can zoom out and show you. Maybe it's already zoomed out. So here we have the yellow one, and there we have the orange one. So it does not look exactly the same, but it's still quite look-alike. Okay, let's see what I had here. What is this? Something called Orange Lake. I'm not sure what that will do with the picture, but I will. Of course. I can't move anything, then everything falls. I can hardly move. Oh boy. Orange Lake, let's see. Yes, I know I'm super fast sometimes. At least if I have an ID, and I mean this is mostly just covering right now until I can start to do the small details. I have been sitting on my legs, so now I have this itchy feeling when the blood is rushing back. What are you calling that? In Swedish we call it sockerdricka, which is a sweet, sugary, carbonated thing you can drink. Like sugar drink. With bubbles. Pins and needles. I think we might have been, I have asked that before, but I forgot what it was called. Pins and needles, yes. That is what I am having right now. So I mostly just cover it. I'm leaving a little bit of the more yellow-orange thing shining through, but not much of it, because then it will look too much like the other one, I think. So far it's not very shiny. I think I need to go darker. Now I'll have to find a browner one. I will use this. Will I? Will I really? Let me see. Walnut brown, was that? Oh, of course. No, it doesn't translate at all to Swedish. I will try that walnut brown. Let's see how that looks. I will find some other ones and just swatch them. That is brown ochre could also work. Walnut brown. Burnt umber, no. Oh, sorry. Van Dyck brown. No, I think still I will be using the brown ochre and walnut brown. Walnut brown is the darkest, brown ochre was less brown. I wonder if I should add some red into this too. Let me see. Red ochre, is this called? No. Yes. Chinese orange. I will use the Chinese orange. What did you hear me say? The thing in my leg, in Swedish, it's called like you have these bubbles in carbonated drinks. This is walnut brown again for the darkest places. And I hope this will make the rest look more shiny. It will not look as shiny as the yellow one, of course. The Swedish word is sockerdricka. Oh, you meant actually the Swedish word, not the translation. Sockerdricka. It's like sugar drink. Sugar soda. Hello, Elin. Am I keeping you company on your way home? You have been working then today? I know you work, I think it's not every weekend, but every second weekend. And it's a Chinese orange. So now my plan is to... I don't know. What is my plan? Do I have a plan? I'm fast, but then I have to correct so many things when I have done things wrong. So it takes a long time to finish a picture anyway. But I am mostly fast when I have an idea because I want to see the colors on the paper to see if my idea was good or bad. Elin, in the beginning of this stream, I told people that I have been out in the forest today. I was going to show my family where I found mushrooms yesterday, but of course I couldn't find the spot again. But anyway, we took a little walk in the forest, and I know I'm so jealous because I know you have great mushrooms for eating in your garden. I hope we also talked about the fairy houses. I don't hope that your fairies lives in your mushrooms that you're eating. So I guess we have different words for these things happening in the leg if you are sitting on it too long, but I guess we have the same feeling. It's not a nice feeling. But I guess it's a universal feeling. I don't feel so precise today. I'm not sure if I ever am, but today I felt like being very fast. I guess it's because I already have done one. Oh, look, look, it looks like the moon, like a planet. This is not a jellyfish, this is a half of a planet with the crates. Okay, you don't want, you have to fix this somehow, but how? I will go in with some burnt ochre. Now I will try to darken it so it's a little bit more glowy inside, in the middle, as the other one, even if that one is more yellow. So this will be more orange, but I still hope it can have some kind of glow. We'll see. So I will add this burnt ochre around the edges. Yes, I have done the moon, or not maybe the moon, but some kind of planet. And the Chinese orange. Of course. Luckily now it was the eraser falling down on the floor. It's not as... if the surface gets burnished before you're finished, you can always add other stuff on top, like felt tip pen, fine liners, acrylic paint, I guess pit pens. Hi, Joanne. Welcome to the second jellyfish, almost looking like the other one. But more orange is the plan. Okay, now I'll go in with the cadmium yellow deep. To blend it together. Maybe I did it too dark in the middle. I wonder if I can erase. No, because the eraser is on the floor somewhere. It jumped away somewhere. I can feel it with my toes. No, that was something else. It was another. Not so. Det var jag! My fam. Oh my. Okay, I have pencils now everywhere. Okay. Okay, I need a bigger desk. Okay, I need to breathe. Oh boy. Okay. Sorry. Two sets of pencils. Oh, I found the eraser. Okay. Yes, I do need a bigger desk. Oh. Okay, let me see. Okay. Well, at least no person or animal got hurt. Okay, so I have to sit absolutely silent, not silent, but absolutely still. No. Yes. I found a terracotta, which I also use. To try to darken it down. And let me see if I can erase a bit, because I think I did it too dark and orange in the middle. Let me see. I need to clean the eraser. Exactly. Nobody move. Nobody breathe. I can't promise that no pencils were hurt during this video. But I think actually they look quite fine still. Okay, so I think I did it a little bit too. But now it's almost burnished, but not completely. And I think I can take away a bit of color. No, it wasn't the Prismas, it was this castle art. But I have to say, you know that people say that they have problems with the Prisma, that they break so easily. And you know I love to use my Prismas, and you can imagine how many times they have been on the floor. And I still have not had much problems with breakage. So I think it's a lot about what eraser you have, not eraser, sharpener. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so clumsy. Earlier today, I walked when I was going into this room, my glasses was kind of stopped by the edges of the door, so I couldn't go through the door correctly. This is the lemon yellow. Which is a kind of cold yellow. Let's see if I can find. If the pencil wasn't in a mess before, they are definitely now. Cadmium yellow light. The good thing about being a clumsy person is that you have to be really good at solving problems, because you get in problems, situations every day. So I'm quite good at fixing things. Now I hope I will add a bit of shininess to the outlines. Not as yellow as the other one, as I said, but a little bit on top of the orange. This is cadmium yellow light, as I said. At least I haven't stabbed myself with a very sharp pencil as the last time when I was streaming. In my neck, it had happened the week before that stream. Nothing like that have happened. Hello, Nellie Margaret. So I guess some people can color and do it right directly. I'm more of a start to color, okay, this is not going well, try to fix it somehow during and just adding things until it looks like I want to, or at least like something I can accept. And in that challenge to fix things, the happiness for me is, I think that is the most fun thing, to experiment and to just start coloring and see what's happening and see if you can fix the disasters you are making. This is the terracotta. I think I will take another one, the Chinese orange. I really like that one. It's a little bit like mineral orange or pumpkin orange, maybe, if you compare to the, or henna maybe. It's like a brownish orange. No, I will not. Melody. If you mean the advent calendar. I decided that I should not do one this year because I was too tired after last December. And of course, some month ago, I had the energy back and was thinking, maybe I should ask and do one anyway, but no, maybe next year. I would like to do some fun event during December on my channel, but I'm not sure what that should be. Something that I have the energy for and time for, and I don't know. We'll see. No, Nelly, it's not the same. It looks almost the same, but it's more orange. At least that is my plan. I'm going to show you. Here is the one I did last time. The yellow one, which I think looks better, but I wanted this to be a little bit different, but still in the same color family. So I did an orange one. Yeah, so you can see they are similar, very similar, but they're still a bit different. Exactly, this is the planet. It looks like a planet. Not so cozy planet, because it looks like it is made of some kind of fire. I think you will burn yourself if you. This is a burning planet or burning jellyfish. It's the angry planet. And the other one is the not angry planet, maybe the shiny happy planet. And down here we have the angry one. Sepia. Yeah, exactly. Reddish moon surface. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the words, Melody. That was what I was thinking. It looks like volcano eruption, so you might use these colors for if you are coloring a volcano. But I'm doing a jellyfish. As I said when I started to do this page, my first plan was to do it more in cold colors, turquoise, bluish. And this was what happened. Maybe I have to buy that other book and do this page in those colors too. Not that I like to do pages more than once, but maybe one day. Or I can find another jellyfish in another book. Lava fish from outer space coming to a cinema near you. Exactly, Lucy. Remember that the most important thing when you have a hobby like this is to have fun, not the result. Okay, it's so hard to show the whole page. I will see if I can, if I dare to move. This is how it looks right now. But actually, it should be the other way around. Like this, because I wanted the darkest to be here, down here. Okay. What do you think? Should I do it darker, the one down here, or should I leave it like this and hope? These have more, they are different drawn. So the patterns, I mean, they don't look exactly the same from start. The lava monsters. Okay. Okay. And then I'm gonna, of course, do the tentacles all the way. Somehow. Lassie, you think it looks good? I think I will maybe leave it like this for now and then see how it will look when I start to do these small things, and then of course start to add things in the background and see how dark blue I will go. Thank you. Okay, then I think I will stop here doing it orange and just start doing these. I know wasn't I super fast? This took, okay, a little bit more than an hour. Is the contrast good enough? Thank you. I could always add a bit of white on top if I want to. But let's start like this. And okay, I need to take away some pencils. Okay. exactly, Shannon. That was what I hoped for. I wanted the down in that was further down from the surface should be darker, I thought. I hope that would make it look more deep down. Okie dokie. Then we have to decide a color for the things. And that was also why I stopped doing. It's so strange to turn it around and then you have the same page. Hello, Ella. Hello. Thank you, Joanna. I'm happy you like the colors. So we have the lava planet down here, jellyfish, and we have the pineapple one up here, which I did turquoise, but then I added some very light green for some and I wasn't sure about if I liked that, and I didn't know how to proceed. No, it's not Faber-Castell. Yeah, it is Faber-Castell marker for the background. That is, I have used this Pit Artist Cobalt Blue 143. So exactly, I I have done a lot of that. I have not finished it totally, but almost. Okay, let me see. Do I want them to be turquoise as well? Or green or purple? Now I wish I had my swatch book here. I have too many coloring places in the house, so the things are just everywhere. And of course the pencil case is on the floor still. Let me see. Blue would kind of just disappear here. And of course it depends on, should I do it turquoise as well? Or will that look strange? Or would purple look strange? I wonder. I will have to swatch again. This is something called Lavender Light. And this is Follow Green Light. Hello, Tavorna. See, this is Teal Green Light. Yes, exactly. That's what was why I started to think about purple, as it's the contrast color to orange. But it's not just that. It will also have the whole double spread to think of, that it will look good together in the end. Maybe that one. So if it was just one page, I think I would go for the purples, but as they are 2 pages, I'm not sure. And I might go very dark on the background, go in with some Prussian blues or indigo even. I'm not sure how I will do with the background. But so far it feels like I want to use greens. So I will start with that, and I can always erase or add something on top if I change my mind. If I change my mind. So actually some kind of teal. This is phthalo green light. I will start with that and see how it looks. So maybe I will use similar colors that I used on the other one. Exactly. I think I will do these two similar to the other ones. A bit turquoise, but a little bit more maybe turquoise green. They are more turquoise blue maybe. And we'll see. I will start with this one. This is phthalo green light. Yeah, karaoke time. Yeah, the purple and pink was, they would look good. But I don't think I like it on this page, on this double spread, as I want it to look good together with this. And it could look good. It depends on what you're doing here when the pages are coming together. But I want to do them kind of similar as I did the jellyfish is kind of similar. Same, but different. I think I'm going for that, yes. This is the mint green light. I will try that. Barbara's channel is so amazing because she is doing videos in one language and she is texting them in 2 different languages. Isn't it something like that, Barbara? This is this is so typical. I'm sitting here and I've choose these 2 colors, and still there are a sec. Hello. I'm doing the second jellyfish. Even if it looks the same as the other one almost. Okay, here we have the phthalo green. So Barbara's channel is very, you must put in so much work into it with all these different languages. Hello, Yvonne. Okay, so now I'm using the Castle Art Soft Series phthalo green light, and mint green light so far. When I am deciding what to put my most energy into, the channel, Instagram, or my podcast. Uh, One reason why I try to I can't say prioritize, is that the word? The podcasts over the channel is that I don't think there are any other podcasts, coloring book podcasts, but there are there are hundreds, maybe thousands of coloring channels, and there are lots of really, really good tutors out there and for company, and it just feels like I love talking to you and have you as company when I'm coloring, but even if I stopped doing the channel, you wouldn't be alone out there. And I think there are coming new channels every day. So there are always something to watch. Oh, Nelly Margaret, I'm happy to hear that you have listened to some of my podcasts. I know that not everyone like to listen to podcasts, and I know that not everyone understand English. And I know my English is not perfect, but anyhow, I thought it would be a good company for people that like to listen to podcasts. You can color and listen at the same time. Of course, you can listen to a YouTube video or stream as well when you are coloring. I'm adding a bit of this pit pen. Some places here where I think they are it's background, which I missed. Back to the fall of green light. I'm just adding this where Kerby have done lines as shading lines, or I don't know if he meant this to be shading places, but I'm using them as that. Thank you. At least my English is better now than when I started some years ago. Okay, let me see. Not really. No. I'm not even going to tell you what that was because it was not good. I wonder how this would look. This is more of a olive tone. It was called cadmium green. I think there's so many details here, so you can just add whatever colors, whatever greens. And here we have a chrome green. I'll see if that can add some even darker spots. more could I test? Maybe a bit of this cadmium green pale, which looks like a bit light olive. Here we have a skeleton. But when I'm finished, I'm sure you can't see the details so clearly as I'm using the same colors. Let's go back to the more minty colors. So I'm using the more minty greenish turquoise phthalo tones and a little bit of olive ones, and try to hope they will work together. I think Andrea is here. At least she was earlier. Yes. Is it? Are you talking about the one that have have streams in two language? Is it Andrea that is having it in? Is it Spanish or Portuguese? Oh, I'm so bad. Let's separate those languages and English. I think it needed this olive tone to not just be too boring. I'm gonna color down here, and then I'm gonna zoom out again and see how it looks together with the other page. So I guess I know that now here, at least here where I live, it has started to be a little bit autumn-like. The trees are still mostly green, but some of the leaves has turned yellow and red. So I guess I should do one of those autumn pages. But as this is such a detailed page and big page and a double spread, I'm sure this will take a lot of more weeks. Okay, here is an area I want to turn into background. So I'm just adding in the pit pen. The cadmium green pale again. Cadmium green. phthalo green light. And I'm not so precise, as you can see, as there are so many details, and if you keep them in the same color, in the same colors, I don't think people will notice exactly how you have colored every little thing. Okay, some more spots I think I will turn into background. Cadmium green. Which I'm kind of using between the lighter olive tone and the turquoise-ish. Hello Solveig and welcome. And the phthalo green light, I did realize some time ago that I was looking through my old Instagram things and I saw that I had done a post about how difficult I thought it was to spell phthalo. No, is it phthalo? No, it's no, it's phthalo. I think it's phthalo, or is it this? There is a color with this strange name, silicate. But I think it's phthalo because I still can't spell it. It's this T and H. They confuse me. This is the mint green light. I'm not sure how this looked together with orange. I mean, what word is that? Why do they have such stupid, difficult word to say and spell? This is very done. It looks like this. It's very windy here today and it have been raining. No, I don't know the hashtags. I'm not listing the YouTube hashtags. I do a monthly post on Instagram about Instagram color alongs. But if I also should add all the hashtags used on YouTube, it's just too much. It's too much for me to handle. But if you mean Instagram color alongs and hashtags, I have listed them on my Instagram account. Yeah, and that's one reason I don't have as many color longs anymore on Instagram. Uh, as there are so many great ones out there anyway. I did have this fairy house color along during July and August, which was fun, but I thought I should not have any during September as it's the mushroom month, and I mean, not the color me a fairy house, not that kind of mushroom month for me. It's the picking and eating mushroom, and I do hope it's not I promise it's not the fairy houses I'm taking. I leave a lot of mushrooms in the forest, but I'm picking the ones I can eat. And I have asked the fairies, and they say they don't live in those mushrooms. Yeah, I do love to color mushrooms. I think that's why I like to color fairy houses. I don't like to color houses that looks a lot like ordinary houses, but if they look like a mushroom, I love to color it. So I can't promise I will stop coloring mushrooms and fairy houses just because my color long have stopped. I'm just randomly taking these colors I chose and put them in. The strange thing, and also the reason why I should do a proper swatch of these, is that I like that they have the colors on the barrels, but they are not accurate. This look like a darker color almost than this, but it's not. It's much lighter, so it's not easy to just see by looking at those. I have a new bookshelf in my sleeping room, my bedroom, and one shelf is just coloring books, and I love it so much. When I wake up and when I'm going to fall asleep, before that I can just lie and watch them, and they make me happy just standing there. This is a cadmium green pale again. I'm gonna use it a little bit more here. That was Veridan, cadmium green pale. I'm gonna use it here, here. And the Veridan, the dark color. Cadmium green. phthalo turquoise. And soon it's time to zoom out and see if I have chosen something that will work on the page or not. Where is that Veridan? I'm gonna see if I can go in. I don't have my... Oh, I have it. I'm gonna correct myself. I do have my little Mono Zero Tombow eraser. I'm gonna try to erase in the middle of this flower. As I want to do that cadmium green phthalo instead. I try to different greens on most flowers and leaves, make a bit of variation. But some are just the one of the tones. Okay, here we have a jade green. No, yeah, I think jade green was more of the color I used on the other side, but I can put in some of it too. But what I was planning to use was mint green light. I just picked up the wrong pencil. Sorry, I'm outside the frame. The Veridan. On some spots where I could use the pit pen, I'm actually pressing hard and using the Veridan because it's so dark, so I don't think you will even notice where it's this cobalt blue and where it's Veridan on some places. So I mix them. Oh, you think it looks like a real one? The jellyfish? Okay, now we're gonna see how it looks. Now we're gonna try to see how it looks. The whole page together. It's not easy. It's not easy. As the orc said when I played an orc in World of Warcraft some years ago, it's not easy being green. Okay, so this is how it looks right now. I think I have to go in and darken up these a little bit too. Some of them at least. But I can still keep it this more bluish turquoise and this more green. I think that works. The question is what will happen when they come together, if I just will keep doing them green. I could maybe do it like this, the same tone, but then use more of the lighter colors when I come down on the edges, down here. Or I can just use the same green all the way down and here the turquoise all the way down, or I make them a bit more dark up here and then more light when it comes down. But I don't think I'm going to change colors, as I thought I might do. My plan was to maybe change this turquoise into lime green when I came down here, but I will not do that. And that was also why I started to do this page before I did it, finished this, because I think it's easier to get a vision of the whole page if you not do just a tiny little detail. And for me, it's easier if I do quite sketchy first start lot of things on the pages, at least the big parts, so I can see it come together. And that was also why I did the background and not saved it to last, because I wanted to see how the background affects the colors on the jellyfish, because yellow just on a white page doesn't look so glowy, but if you add the blue it totally change. And the same with this color. And also because it would be difficult to see how this turquoise looked next to blue if I didn't have the blue in. And the same here to choose green. So let me see. Yeah, maybe something like that. I have never done a Kerby double spread before. I'm not often doing double spreads. So as you see, I'm not very precise and quite quick, and that I can be because I'm doing all the details in the same colors. I'm just adding some, I'm just choosing pencils and then I use them a bit randomly on the things, and just try to keep a little bit lighter things here and there, so it will be some contrasts and some darker spaces. Oh, Kenny, hello and welcome and thank you. And hello and welcome to everyone that I have missed. So this is the lava jellyfish. And we have a pineapple one named by my coloring friend, Coloring Blunder, Maria. Okay, so let's see if I have the right pencils here. Yes, so I'm using the Castle Art Soft Series, and I'm using a mix of mint green light, Veridan, cadmium green pale. It's the lightest one. It's like an light olive tone, and cadmium green, and phthalo green. Hello, hello, and phthalo green, sorry, phthalo green light, and phthalo turquoise. So you can hear I have this phthalo colors, mint greens from light to dark, and then I have two olive tones, more warm yellow greenish. This is the lightest olive tone I'm using. It's cadmium green pale. And then I'm gonna add some of the minty ones. Phthalo green light. No, that was the lightest one. I will take phthalo turquoise. Phthalo turquoise is some. Was that the color I used? Or was that the color I used on the other page? Now I'm confused again. Phthalo green I know I used at least. Thank you, Mona. If you are a impatient person like me, it's also good to do it like this, to color quite quickly, color some of it so you can see the colors, because then it feels like you are more closely to the end, even if there are a lot of details still to do and the background and a lot of things to do. It still feels, compared to if you do this flower very, very precise and carefully, and then you do next, then it will feel like it takes forever. But if you like to do it like that, you should of course do it like that. That is the freedom and the beauty of our hobby, that you can do however you like. This is the mint green light. I'm especially doing it's this way when I'm doing pages with a lot of details. I don't do pages like that often. So it's also always a bit interesting and tricky. I'm going to decide that this is background. No, that was the tentacle. I'm not going to do that green. Phthalo green. Phthalo green. Now I'm mostly using the phthalo green and the light cadmium green pale. So I think I'm mostly using them, and then the Veridan for the darkest places. Veridan. Here we have a very turquoise one. I will add some of the cadmium green. And here I have actually left some white. And as I said, I haven't decided how dark I will go on the background. This is the first base layer, but I think I might go darker. I think I will go darker. Phthalo green. After the stream, I will do a cheese quiche, and then we will eat crayfishes. think it looked best when I had the light, the cadmium green pale in the bottom, and then add the more minty colors on top. Yeah, crayfish. Yummy. Where is the Veridon? Here it is. And talking about crayfishes, I'm reading this crayfish book. I think it was the most read or most sold in America last year. Now it is available in Swedish translation, so I have started to read it. Do you know which book I'm talking about? I can't remember what the name is. Something about crayfishes, I think. Phthalo green. Phthalo green light. I would like to do the tentacles down here, but I have not covered the lines here as I did in the beginning, so if they're gonna look the same, I need to do that. Yes, I think they taste a bit like lobster, but they are smaller and there are a lot of work eating them. But that's part of the fun, I guess. But you have to have something else too, like a quiche or something, sandwiches, because it's hard to get to feel satisfied just eating crayfishes. I'm trying to lift my head from time to time to see it as a whole, try to see where I'm actually seeing it through my screen, through the camera, because for me it's easier to see how it looks then. It's like the frame is doing something. Sometimes when I'm just staring at the page and I don't know what to do next, I can stare through the camera in my phone and get another angle of it and kind of see where it needs more shadings or more highlights. Sometimes it works anyway. Well, I just think I had lobster like once, maybe twice in my life. I don't actually remember how it tasted, but I think maybe a bit similar. Maybe. Veridan. It doesn't feel like a food you want to eat the first time you are having a date with someone you're in love with, because it's very messy. Cadmium green, which is the darker tone of olive of the two I'm using. Well, if you don't do seafood, then Lossie, then crayfish is not for you. Here I'm gonna decide its background. So I'm going in with my cobalt blue pit pen. Oh, Barbara, are you leaving? Have a wonderful day, and thank you for stopping by, being here. This is the follow green light. And what is this? Some phthalo green? This week, I hope all of my symptoms from my cold will be gone so I can go and get my hair done. I haven't done that since my birthday last year, which was almost 1 year, 1.5 years since. So that will be a shock. Let me see, Veridan. To darken some spaces up even more. This is the cadmium green again. It's so a big page. It's so many details. The mint green light. And down here, I didn't see you. Cadmium green light, pale, I mean. I found a little creature here. And here. It would have been fun to do them in another color compared to the flowers and leaves. Here is some kind of fish, I think. I'm gonna do it green. Here is the fin. And up here we have some kind of ghost thing. And down here, I just color them so you could see them, because now I'm going to color everything in the same colors, so they will kind of disappear. But they are kind of sweet. Is this a tentacle? Yes. Now we have a green one. I guess I should do the tentacles. If I'm going to cover them, I'm going to do it now, because I might cover some of the thing I already have colored. So I'm taking out my palette and put some Designer's Gouache Daily Roni permanent white on it. And then I have my brush and I have a bit of water, because it was a kind of thick, not thick, but thick, as it was an old one. Let me see. No, too opaque, more water. I should definitely have done this first. As I say a lot when I do my streams, don't do as I'm doing, do right. I still want the lines to be visible. It's sometimes hard to know what is tentacle and what is flowers or leaves or things. But I guess you can just decide that by yourself. And now I have to cover, you see, no, you can't see. Outside the lines onto the blue, which was why I should have started this before I did the background, but I forgot about that. So I have to color more blue around it when it have dried. Maybe this was some kind of leaf, but now it's covered anyway. Yeah, I'm definitely a lot outside the lines. But I hope I will be able to just color with the pit pen on top and make the background back again around this. And down here. At least here I have not had time to do the background, so really sure where that tentacle goes, but okay, here. Now I'm on the other side. I think you can't see it because my desk is too small. I'm gonna try to flip my book around. I need more water. This is the tentacles from the other jellyfish. And here we have a cool little figure. Are you talking about shepherd's pie? I don't think I ever have tried that. I don't know even what it is. Of course have I heard about it, but I don't know what it is. Okay, and here we have one. At least it was no pencils going down this time. It was just something not important. I just want to tone down the lines. I don't have to cover them completely. But I want the jellyfish to look more translucent and glowy and not having these harsh lines. The black harder lines. Here we have maybe the last one. Or is this a tentacle too? I guess I can decide that. I'm deciding this is a tentacle too. Or even if I change my mind, I can just color it as a not tentacle. Oh, I don't think it was a tentacle. I think it was some kind of leaf. And then I will do this before it have dried. Take it away so I can see the lines better. So I think that was all. Turning the book around again. I'm gonna give it some time for drying. So I'm going back to my pencils. Cadmium green. Phthalo green light. I think it looks better on distance than if you zoom in. But I'll let you see the zoomed in anyway. So you can see what I'm doing. Cadmium green pale. Okay, that was not my plan. My plan was to do cadmium green, the bit darker one. And the darkest Viridan. Mint green light. Yeah, why I have the white on gouache on the tentacles, that is because I did do the same on the jellyfish, and this belongs to the jellyfish. I just don't want the harsh lines on the jellyfish parts. I want them to look more jelly, like jelly, more glowing and more translucent. And I thought the lines would take that effect away, but I didn't have the energy to do it on all the details because there's so many. So the other ones, I'm keeping the lines. Are you going to bed, Leslie? Sleep well, sleep sweet dreams, sleep dreams. Don't dream about the angry jellyfish. If you're gonna dream of any jellyfish, dream about the pineapple one. Very done. I'm not really sure where to put it in. Mint green light. Very done. Oh, what do we have here? A forgotten tentacle. Oh no, it's a lot of water on it. I think now I can add, let me see. Oh, it's hard to see where the lines are, even if I try to make them see through. It was not that easy to see the lines. I can add now the orange on top. As I don't remember what oranges I was using, but I guess anything will do. Okay, that was a very orange one. I think I used the brilliant yellow. No, yeah. Cadmium orange, I think it was. And the brilliant yellow maybe a bit too. Cadmium orange deep. I think it was this one. No, no, no. Well, I guess it can be done with this one, even if I can't remember which one I used before. Cadmium orange. Cadmium orange deep. But we did definitely need the yellow. Yeah. The cadmium, oops, it's a new color. Yes, I think I will use this brilliant yellow as a base layer, and then go more orange after that. Maybe it's a bit early to color on top of this gouache, I don't know, but it seems to work. I'm scraping some of it away with my pencil, but not much. Thank you, Leah. Sorry, it's almost too big. I think I'm gonna have to zoom out a bit. I need to bring back the lines so I know where the tentacles are. Have you ever played this this app? this game called Be Brilliant. Now it was a long time since I did that, but for a time I was obsessed by that game, and it was a lot because of the cute bees and the cute melodies. So I had that song in my head. I think it was because one of the colors here was called Brilliant, Brilliant Yellow, and they are singing be brilliant, be brilliant. It's such a cute song. Let me see. Here is the line. Okay, down here I have no idea, but I can decide myself now where it is. I should have taken a picture of it how it looked before I covered the lines. Hello and welcome. Oops, there the gouache was not dried enough. Here it is. No, not the Baby Shark song. Oh no, now I have that song in my head. Okay, now it's coming. No, I can't the text. No, it was Be Brilliant and cute, addictive game. Sorry, now you have that song in your head all day. Sorry. Sometimes I think it would be fun to come up with a song and do a video on YouTube, like a colorist song, but I'm no songwriter. But wouldn't that be cool to come up with some kind of colorist song? Probably it would be super ridiculous. I have no idea where this tentacle is going. Sometimes it's easy to see the lines through, and sometimes it's almost impossible. And here it is not dried yet. I think I should leave it, but I can't. Yeah, I think the gouache around it needed a little bit more dry time. But it worked good enough. Okay, so back to the orange. This is the cadmium orange deep. Oh, yes, this is my regular day and time to stream. As long as I can do streams. I have been sick for some weeks, and I'm working full time now, so I'm working more now than usually, so it's hard for me sometimes to get everything in my life working, and so I can't stream every Saturday, but when I can, this is my normal stream time and day. Saturdays, my 2 p.m., which is Central European Time, which is Est. What is Est? Est plus 2? EST plus 2, but what is Est? EST, what is that? I just know that when I'm joining different kind of colorathons and events and have to choose time zones, that is what people understands, but I don't know what it is, actually. So I will keep coloring this page, and I will also join, if you have seen Coloring with Wiki, her event, her what is the name? The Victorian Colorathon. She had one last year, and now it's number 2. Exactly. I would love to do the Colors theme song, but if someone else can do it, because I don't think I can. My English is not good enough, and my musician skills are not good enough, but how fun wouldn't that be? I wonder if this is tentacle, maybe it's going here and here and here and here. I haven't covered those lines, but maybe that doesn't matter. Now I'm using the Brilliant Yellow again, which is the lightest color. I need to wait for it to dry, the gouache. Gouache. Back to the Cadmium Orange Deep, also known as the Cadmium Oops. I think it was this one. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Lossie. Est, the EST. Does anyone know when Johanna Basford's new small book will come out? Will be released? Was it Secret Garden or Enchanted Forest in a small version? I'm in love with small books. So even if I have the big version, I probably will get that too. Was it in September? Brilliant Yellow again. I will try not to sing the Be Brilliant song, even if it pops up in my head. burnt ochre. I'm trying to find the places where Kerby has done lines, so it looks like shadows should be there. This is the cadmium orange Jeep again. Okay, here we have something special. Brilliant yellow again. So far the tentacles look pretty much the same in both versions. I'm not sure that is good or not. Back to the blue. Now the gouache is dried. Turning the book around again. I wonder how big desk you need for these kind of book and double spreads. Back to the pit pen, as you can see, the cobalt blue. Have to turn the book around again. Just turning it around and around. Okay, now I'm confused. The page looks so similar on both pages, so sometimes I'm just looking at it and I don't know what side is which. This is a very, you have to kind of be very focused for this. I'm not sure I'm doing it the right way. Maybe my lines now look different than before, but as there are so many details, I don't think people will notice if they don't have this page themselves and use a magnifying glass to look at mine. Don't do that. And here I have no idea. I just have to just do something. Maybe it is the same as in life, that it's better to do something than to just do right. I mean, if you're going to wait to do it right, you might never be able to do anything because you don't know that in advance. But I think it could have been good to have taken a picture of how it looked before I added the gouache. Even if I made it see-through, it's not easy to see it all on all places. Vad är klockan?
3:07.
Va?
3:07.
3:07?
Det är 3:05 menar
Ja, då ska vi sluta nu.
Nej, vänta nu. Du ska sluta till 7.
Nej, inte 7.
Nej, du ska sluta 5.
Ja, men det är ju typ nu.
Så
jag ska avsluta.
Du kan avrunda det så att du är så långt som du behöver avrunda till 6.
Ja, men exakt.
Förlåt mig, jag dissade dig.
Det är lugnt. Det är sant.
Hoppas dina svenska tittare tittar på.
Jo då.
Okej, då måste jag väl säga förlåt så mycket. Sen ska vi prata, sen ska jag berätta något annat efter filmen.
Jag kommer strax. Okay, that is the sign that the time is almost running out. So I will try once again to zoom out so you can see the whole picture. So my plan is to darken these up and make it lighter turquoise as I come down, and maybe darken this up too and make it lighter down here, but I'm not sure. I will keep doing it next. Wait, this is the wrong way. That is the right way. now it looks better when this is down. So I will keep doing this next time I have a stream that is not part of a colorathon with another theme. I think I will finish the background, and I might keep doing these as long as I have the same colors as I already have done, and we'll see. We'll see where I am next time. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you everyone for being here together with me today. It was super fun as always, and yeah, Kerby is intricate, fascinating, and so many details. Have a beautiful Saturday and Sunday, and see you another time. Thank you for being here. Hi.